Hi guys. I'm just going to send a few messages to my social media accounts that we are live right now. So let's wait. Okay. A few more. Wait lang tayo guys. I'm just sending all of the groups I'm part of. Okay. I think okay na tayo. Hello. So, we're actually going to continue yung um, to-do app natin. To-do app na ginawa ko last week. Of course, so let me know if yung music is overpowering me or mahina yung music or overpowering my voice or kung malakas yung boses ko at masakit sa tenga, if my voice is too loud. Okay, so what I'm doing is translating myself to English because there might be people who are coming from different countries as well. So let me know where you are from, or just say hi to the chat. I'm looking at the chat right there on the screen there. If may makita kayong mga bata, that those are my children, who's going to pester me while I'm doing streaming. So yeah. Okay, so let me just check lang. Okay, yeah, it's already live. Medyo may delay yata sa end. Hindi, walang delay sa end ng YouTube. So everything is working fine as of the moment. Meron ba akong nakalimutan? Let's just switch to this one. Send lang ako. Make it public. Then last dito. Yan. Okay. Let's see. Okay na. Okay. Yep. Um, so, ang next actually na gagawin natin or what we will do is to improve the code that we have. So if we look at how it works right now, I have a documentation already set because of what we have created using only a few lines of code. You don't need to like create um, like even a React app or a Vue app or an Angular app. This is already created using OpenAPI specification, which in my opinion we should follow, because it allows us to focus more on the API design and follow like a standard set of design patterns for your own group instead of like yung usual natin na app that route something before. So let's go dun sa code. Let me just go dun sa code itself. If you hear like laughing at the background, yung mga anak ko yon because they are like playing around in the background. So VS Code only, ayan siya. Let's as you can see, this is just the specifications. We can actually delete this kasi it's automatically set, automatically na nagre-reset din siya. So if we do this, yeah, we can do some, how do I say this, anong next nating gagawin. I would love to have an extension of to do. Meron ba akong pwedeng I could mamaya na lang. Let's research some extensions. Unless meron kayong extension sa VS Code that would allow me to like use to-dos, then better. So kaya ano kayang pwede kong gagawin dito? While doing this, I'll be answering some of your questions as well. And also may mga i-answer din akong questions from the community that I have gathered last week, or concerns actually, which is sulat ko na dito. So let's have like concerns MD. So let's put it here. Concerns. This was from Feb 5 to Feb 9, 2024. So the concerns are, I'm just going to get yung coming from the community. I'll also promote myself dito sa ano. Kalang. Saan kaya pwede mag-promote dito? I'm just going to dito na lang muna. answering live questions from the community at https twitch.tv/ or at https. Dapat hindi top chat to. Live chat dapat to yan. youtube.com/thanks to code. Yeah. Okay, so hindi na ano yung HTTPS. Okay, so yung question is about actually security, cross browser cross browser compatibility, performance optimization, which is actually my not really my full expertise, but that's where I am in terms of being a GDE, being able to have performant websites or being able to guide developers to create a performant website. So that's my kumbaga area of expertise sa Google Developer Experts. Scalability, maintainability, accessibility. Yeah. So let me just check lang yung website itself. Let's go back to the browser. If you want to check yung website, I'm just going to check yung settings if this is public. Paano ko nga ba malaman yun? Hindi na ako gumagamit ng private. No. Let's just use this GitHub make repo public. Settings sa danger zone. Change visibility, change to private. Okay. Currently public. So as you can see, the code, you can see it here, and I'm working on the draft. So yeah, and this is how it should look like. So we'll just go back here. Yeah. And these are our concerns. As you can see, let's go. Anong meron dito? Nagdagdag si Gitpod ng ganyan. And then app.js, inalis natin to. So we'll just chore add concerns, not md. Yes, all changes. Okay, can do that. Now ang next natin gagawin ay to refactor lang natin to. Let's have modules, then we'll add to do. Let's see, I want to have get many to do JS. Now, let's see muna yung specifications. There's the paths. And then, sa to-dos, we have get to do. So, this is get many to do, create to do, get to do. Now, habang ginagawa ko to, is there anything else? Delete to do, update to do. Wait, there's the to do ID. Let's see lang. Browser. Okay. Server error. Why is there a server error? As you can see here, parang ang hirap basahin. So, let's update this for now. npm i save dev pino pretty. And then, pipe it to pino pretty. Yan. Then, npm start.
What are you doing, Mama?
So, if we do it again, yan, mas maayos na siyang basahin. And it says, create to do operation, create to do is not implemented. Oh, sorry. Hindi pala to Ayan. So, ang ginawa ko is to install Pino Pretty. I installed Pino Pretty and then pipe the output of nodemon.js index to Pino Pretty. Yan. So ang nangyari is ito na yung kalalabasan kasi before ito yung this is what it looks like. Yeah. Okay. So I think mas maganda na also add like tutorial steps MD. Never mind, sige. Go over creating a CRUD with an app.js with simple get, create a CRUD, simple get, to do, add security. We'll add security later kasi mas madali yung pag-add ng security later. But the thing with testing, actually dito sa testing ako mahina kasi this is not really parang a test na is being done or in essence parang directly connects dun sa I need to connect directly dun sa database, but yeah, papaisip ako Oops, masyado nang malaki. Isip-isip. So, create a CRUD for to do, transform it to Open API. So, sige, let's add a test but need to research. This is something na hindi ko alam kung paano i-deliver pa. The reason kung bakit ako hirap sa test is because of database concerns. So this is one of the causes of race conditions. Race conditions meaning if like nag-access sa database yung isang test, I cannot do really parallel testing, especially if sabay-sabay nag-test yung nangyari, may nag-code dito, nag-push siya sa repository, so may testing na mangyayari doon, and then yung isa may test, nag-push din sa repository sa isa pang branch, and then may testing din na nangyayari doon. So dalawa silang nag-run ng same test, and they are putting something onto the database, and the test condition is dependent on the output or kung ano yung output ng database na yun. So yeah, that is something na hindi ko pa alam kung paano siya. If you have like ideas on how to do that, actually I might also ask sa Twitter later on, but yeah, transform it to Open API sa once transformed to Open API, transform it, let's add security to it. So the security that we can add is course, authorization headers, yung helmet, which is yung CSP as well. Can also add, what's this? Tawag doon? Cross-site XSS. Hindi, may tawag sa kanya. Nawala ako. So let me just get that. Cross-site scripting prevention, XSS. There is a way to do XSS or hindi. Content zip. Meron pa eh. Ayun, CSRF tokens. That's the one. We'll go back sa VS Code and oops. CSRF tokens using JWT. Yeah. I think these are the security that we are going to add. So let's start. Let me just check kung kaya kong ma-access yung website from here. Oh wait. Paano ko nga ba? Yeah. Lagyan ko yung let me just check lang. Bigyan natin lang ng editor access ito. Kasi sa company profile ako nag-access. Website or company account. Kasi tinamad akong let's change yung browser to where's the browser window? Tama ba? Yup. Okay. So let's see console.firebase. Yep. Okay.
We don't know where to find the picture with that fun.
Let's do this. There you go. Let's go sa VS Code ulit. So, ganito kakalat ang utak ko everyday. I don't know how I get things done, but this is what happens with something na I don't know what's in my mind. But, yeah. So, let's start with just refactoring this. So, get to do that JS. Then there's create to do that JS. Update to do that JS. Ay, meron pa ba? And then delete to do delete to do that JS. Okay, so let's go for VS Code only. Let's see. Again, hi everyone. For those who are just coming in, hello. Just say hi. If you have questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'll be trying to answer your questions as soon as possible. Right now, what I'm doing is refactoring my code. So if we're going for, let's say, the browser is where is that? Where is my browser? Yeah, we're following Open API specifications para mas maganda yung API or API design. It's easier to manage, at least for me, for now. Good morning, Erwin, John, Jerusalem. Nice. Good morning. Sana nakakain ka na ng breakfast. Ang breakfast ko is 4 na pandesal na may cheese sa loob. Masarap. Yun talaga yun. Okay, so let's go with the Open API. We'll have the paths. We need components. The reason we need components is I will tell you later. But for now, we'll need components. And an index API. Yes. So we'll have export fonts. I should be again going back to the browser. I mean VS Code. Export fonts, components, and then we'll be following the components specification. So there should be schemas, responses, parameters, examples, request bodies, headers, security schemes, callbacks. Actually, up to here. So we'll have this. Responses. Parameters. Examples. Well, actually, we're just going for request bodies. I think security schemes. We don't need headers as of the moment. So, okay. So for security schemes, we have. So let's go for the schema object. So what you need for the schema object is, let's say, what's that again? Let's try this one. So success is type object, properties boolean, there you go, up, then try natin siyang ipasok na dito, import port components. Now let's see if this will, no, it didn't show any errors, so that's fine. If we go for responses, success response, description, application response, schema is a type object with a properties. So paano to nangyayari? Success is why is it na parang memorize ko na kung ano yung susulat? Well, first is I have something to help me, so I'm using currently Copilot for this one, or well, not really Copilot, but yeah, some LLM to help me out. I'm also using Bard on the side, just in case, pero yung autocomplete feature na naka-install ngayon is the Copilot one. But the other thing is, this is a specification. So success, type object, properties, you're defining kung ano yung not type object, this is supposed to be success type boolean. So this is example is true. We can have a description, let's say success flag. Now the thing is, now you can reference that. So nangyayari is, once you have referenced it, this one goes, this one is being used. So let's see, let's just put it on home. Let's say on to do, instead of this one, I'm just going to use I'm just going to use ref success response. So it's still working. If we're going for the API reference browser, we have what did I change again? Ang change ko, I get many to do. So if we show yung schema, we are able to reuse yung schema na yun. And if we change again, so let's like redo the whole thing. let's make it like full. So as we can see, there is the success. What I usually do is I also create, let's say, a to-do object type object properties, or let's just have it as to do. Properties is id, so string to do id do I use name and description? What are you building, sir? Sabi ni Erwin, I'm building a to-do app. So, I'm currently creating like a sample application of creating of a to-do. Tapos, once I'm done na nagwo-working na siya, I'm going to put it here sa tutorial steps so that I'll re-record the whole step in terms of like how to create a to-do app in a more parang tutorial step by step. And then from here, gagawa ko ng isa pang website or web application or web API na bare bones. And then if there are like how to do this, how to do that, we can use it as our experiment stage. So yun. So I'm currently using Fastify on this one, as well as Fastify and OpenAPI to make it easier to design the API. So let's go with just the title, to do title and description. So yan, to do. Meron pa ba akong let's have some user type object user, well, first name, last name, description, last name. Then we have to do list. So actually we should be completed. Completed. There you go. Example false. Example description of the to-do item. Example do something. So type. So this is where I can now have items and reference this one. So then we can actually to do, as you can see here, it's becoming unwieldy. The object is becoming problematic, so we will refactor this after. Ano po tech stack gamit ninyo? So the tech stack that I'm using is using Fastify. Actually, just Fastify, OpenAPI, Fastify, OpenAPI Glue, Fastify API reference, and Fastify Swagger. So the OpenAPI Glue allows me to like just create the API using yung ganitong format instead of like app.register or something. The Fastify API reference and Swagger allows me to do yung ganito yung itsura agad nung API, which is if I refresh this, ayan, nagawa agad yung user, yung to-do list, and so on and so forth. So may example agad. Yeah. So yes. So we'll go back dito, and this allows me to just focus on, wala akong masyadong dinagdag na code except yung specification. So sa specification ako nag-create ngayon ng API. I'm not sure if this is the same. I think there should be the same things with, let's say, if you're using Next as your backend API, or something else. Express.js would also have the same thing na nakaganito. So instead of like app.register route, yeah. Hello, Sir TJ. Saw you at GDG Manila DevFest. Hello, Gabriel. Will this be available after the stream? Yes, this is available. Oh nga, sayang, di tayo nakapag-pick. Oh, next time, mag-picture tayo, Gabriel. Will this be available after the stream? Yes, this will be available after the stream. I'll put it on YouTube so that you can watch it. Yeah. Thank you for dropping by, guys. Really appreciate it, you being here. So yeah, I'll try to like finish it, make it work, and then let's see how if we can add a front end after this. So okay, asan ako? What's going to be? Okay, so we have a to-do ID. We can just reference this, and then actually, so we'll make a to-do schemas pala, and then we'll have to-do, we'll have to-do id.js. I want to like have different files. I'm not really sure about you guys. You might have different opinions on how to manage your files, but this is how I do it, because it allows me to like just know where in the folder system. But of course, The problem with that is you have too many subfolders. And some of the people that I know doesn't want too many subfolders. So, yeah. To each on their own, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. Export fonts schema. Then we'll have import to do ID. We'll have it as this. I am a single quotes guy. To do ID. Base. Success.js. There you go. Import success from to do slash not suck to do but base dot success. So all of these are just preparing or designing the app. We're not really not yet done with the creation of the logic, but it allows you to prepare, or at least be prepared of whatever it is na kailangan na i-prepare. So let's go for to do title JS, to do description. I also name the files on the function or class or whatever that they are specifically named for. So to do JS, like for this one, export fonts to do title. Okay, so export fonts to do description. Something that needs to be done. Then to do completed. Export fonts to do completed. Type so export fonts to do type object ID. Actually, we can use to do ID, and then properties. Type ref $ref. This is to do ID. Then to do our title. We could actually not use this, but use this one. Para hindi siya hindi kasi siya class eh. It's actually just Success. To do. There. To do title, description, to do description, completed. I'm going to also add something, user.
What's happening in there, Sha? Aren't you supposed to be?
We'll have this. Import to do, import to do completed, to do the JS, import to do title, JS, import to do description, import to do ID, export fonts to do group. There you go. We'll use that. Yeah. We'll have user ID.js. We'll just copy this and then just use user ID. The reason for this is user email.js, export fonts, user email. Yep. And then user first name, type string, description, user first name, example, J. User last name, export fonts, user last name. There you go. Example. There you go. So we have that. There you go. Then I'm just going to add this index.js for the group. Import user ID .js user email .js, user first name .js, last name, export fonts, user group. There you go. That allows me to finish that early, and then now I'm just going to just do this. Index.js to group. Wait lang. To group. But I do this. So now I'm just putting whatever I have created on the to group. User group from user index.js. So in essence, it's just the same actually.
What are you doing? I'm looking.
To do ID from there, and then export fonts, schemas there. So it's just the same. This one, the to do group, it's just the same as this one. So now if I do this, import schemas from schemas index.js, and just do this, it crashes, of course, because can't resolve to do ID components. So we are success. Now we are going for the paths. Instead of big S, we now go for small s, and now it's working. So there. Hi Abril! Kamusta? Will this be available on your GitHub, Sir TJ? Can you link us to the repo? Yes, I can link to the repo. Let me just go back to the browser. The repo is this one, but on a different branch. So this is the repo. Going to send it on to you all. If you're going for the for that particular branch, this is the branch itself. Yeah, there. Balik tayo sa coding. Now we're going for You're welcome, Gabriel. Um, ano kayang next? Right. Meron pa pala akong nalimutan. This is the user ID, which is $ref schemas user ID. And again, it works. So, I have to also create to-do.js, which is actually this one. Not really create. User submitted to do. So, user submitted to do. The reason for this is don't need to have the to-do ID and the user ID. And we just add the import user submitted to do to this one. Okay. And that makes as for the schema, we will create a request body. Actually, responses first. We'll do a list of responses. We're going for index.js, and we're also going for the to-do. So it's the same thing. You have your index.js here. We'll also create response to-do.js and response many to-do.js. So for this one, export responses, const responses, export const to do group. We'll also create a base. Export fonts we should have a many to do response. Put the response at the end. To do response. Cons success response. Okay. .js. success response. Now we'll need to do this. Schema is a ang schema niya is type object properties success. There you go. Ganyan. Now that is done. Type object success, and then we have the data that is a reference to the to-do. And then ito naman would have to-do list. So successful, this is many to-do response and to-do response. So we'll import it here. Import many to-do response or to-do response many to-do response. Then we just have to do group. Again, because it's a group, we can deconstruct. We'll try to put it here. Import responses. Okay. Just can't resolve success response. We'll figure it out where that one is. Success. That should be on our paths. Home. We can now ref. This should be success. Success response. On to do is S. Actually, this should be, because this is a create, to do response. This is get many to do many. This one should just one. This one should only show this, and this one should only show this. This one should only show this. Let's see if it's still showing any errors. To do many to do. Or let's have it to do many response. There you go. To do any. And to do list.
Look at that, it's dancing the baby. No, that is dancing.
Schema to do. Okay, so the to-do list, it's not there. We should create one. To-do list.js. We'll have this, but instead of this, it's an array items $ref schemas to do to-do list import to-do list from to-do list. There you go. It's now working. If we go to our website, we should have a working documentation of how get many to do, it's an array. You create a to do, it's just an object. Of course, what's the body? So how do we set the body? We go back to our schemas parameters. We'll set parameters to do index.js. Export fonts parameters. There you go. Okay, request bodies. Let's go for request bodies naman. Ano yung meron sa request bodies? Oops. Yeah, now it's working. Request bodies. So index.js export request bodies. Ano ba dapat ang dito, which is one. Actually, binubuo na ni Copilot yung kailangan ko. This is not the schema. This is more of the schema for this is named user submitted to do. So user submitted to do. So, for now, lalagay ko muna dyan as is. Hindi ko muna i-refactor ito. And I'll leave the security schemes muna as is. Kasi hindi pa tayo maglalagay ng security. So, actually, naisip ko to gawin. Tapos, lagay ako ng index.js. Ito. Tapos, gawin ko tong to-do group. Yan. Yan. So, given this let's fix ngayon yung to do. Put will have name, will have a ref. Let's see, it's working. So we just referencing instead of like rewriting pa. So this is post, this is get, put. Okay.
We did not get those.
Meron bang akong to do?
Okay.
May example ako.
That's right.
Alisin muna natin to. Okay, let's see ngayon. Nagko-code ako pero nakapunta lang sa browser. I'm sorry. Let's see. Okay, it's working now. I mean, there's like a example of how to use fetch, and this is the response. Of course, if we do this, the body doesn't show. Because it will return a 500 error. Actually, can also do that. Okay. Now that we are done, let's let's create the get many to do export pods. No, export function get many async request response return ID1 title first to do description completed false. Let's say we do this second to do second. Yeah. Then we're just going to do this. Okay. I think I need to take a break. I'm actually coding for 1.5 hours. I should take a break. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Where are we? Yeah, we are changing this, adding the logic of our, yeah. Actually, we're adding some logic to our code. There you go. Should be done. In a bit. Yeah. ID, just to show you how it works. So we're just going to like put it here, import to do slash get to do import create to do import get many to do update to do. This is what happens if you do a lot of. How did you get qualified to be a GDE, sir? Okay, so to get qualified to become a GDE, you should be able to give a lot of like talks and content to the community. So I started giving talks to the Google Developer Group community around 2014, 2015. So when I started giving a lot of talks, I also attended a lot of community events within Google Developer Group as well as outside. So I attended the ano yun? Yung Philippine Web Designers group, UX Philippines. So because my research is around human computer interaction, I did a lot of those work on UX as well. and then gave a lot of talk about web design, web development, um, user experience, design thinking at the time. So after that, I got to know a few of the Googlers who come to the Philippines and check out what's the activity made by the Google Developer Group. I get to talk to them, and then at that time kasi there was only one GDE at the Philippines at the time, which is Albert Padin, and so they were thinking of expanding um, the GDE personnel, or people who can become a GDE. So I expressed, I have a lot of imposter syndrome at that time. Like, who am I to even just ask, can I become a GDE? But they still said, okay, let's try. So there is an application form. You have, at that time, I'm not sure right now, but at that time there is a parang vouching process by a Googler. Um, if they see your content, your ability to uh, uh, ask or contribute to the community, and then once that is done, you go through the application process. People will, Googlers and GDEs will interview you. After that, you, if everything has been done and you pass, then you become a GDE. So yun, that is how I became a GDE. um, it will always start with how much you have contributed to the community. And every year we are being checked if we are still contributing to the community. So every year we are, yeah. So I have to report as well these things that I'm doing. So like right now, even really small, I'm going to report this, like there are 3 of you in Twitch and 2 on on YouTube who are watching right now. So hi. Thanks guys for dropping by. 2 concurrent views in YouTube, but there were 11 um, who dropped by. So thanks everyone. So let's go back here, and then we'll try to answer some of the other questions as well that were posted in the community. So let's see. Grabe, you went through a lot, no sir. That's so inspiring. Yeah, think good thing you got inspired kasi like ano, uh, sobrang humbling din, especially now that I'm also happen to recuperate from a mental health condition, just to like share to the community. um, um, I had like anxiety problems as well, since nung nag-start yung pandemic. Actually before pa nag-start yung pandemic, hindi ko siya iniinda noon, pero nung nag-pandemic kasi nag-worsen siya, and hindi ko siya na kumbaga parang hindi ko alam na meron pala akong ganun, and ngayon lang siya lumalabas. So parang yung imposter syndrome ko is much worse pa pala kaysa sa the usual imposter syndrome. And I'm looking at it right now as a way to inspire others in a way na if I can help na others to succeed. Like for the past months, not months, but like last year was let's just say parang di naman rock bottom, but last year was a really hard year for me, and I'm hoping this year is something na na sobrang um, if last year was really hard or rock bottom, um, uh, the people that supported me last year was my only hope. And so I'm thinking ngayon na nag-reframe yung utak ko, somehow um, it hopefully gets others to like don't think about hindi ko kaya to, or hindi ko to, or it's not something na I can do, or this is hopeless, because I've hit rock bottom before. Now I can tell more about the story once I'm also comfortable telling it, but um, yeah, you can also become whatever you want to be. Like maybe you can become a GDE as well, or maybe you can go out to the community and contribute and inspire others, or you can work outside, or um yeah, something na na uh, something to think about. I'm really thankful na in a sense alive pa rin in a sense alive pa rin ako today, given the rock bottom uh, hardships nung last year, and now I'm giving back in a way by paying it forward. So I created this stream. Parang sabi ko after nung last year, I created this stream na sige, mag-stream tayo kahit na kakaunti lang yung nanonood, or people would start tayo sa small to inspire those people, and then maybe if I can reach out to more, then better, because especially ngayon ang daming I'm not saying na na nasa may mataas na akong posisyon ulit. We still have problems. I still have like a lot of things na dinadala pa rin. But these things na ginagawa ko ngayon is going outside of me para not because gusto kong kalimutan yung problem, but more on hearing myself right now. I want to like pay it forward again back to the community that also helped me and didn't leave me behind nung nagkaroon ako ng anxiety issues nung pandemic. So yun. So it's something na na gusto kong ibalik. Again, if you have other questions, just let me know. Let's continue this things. Let's see kung gagana siya in the first place. Let's see. So wait, ano ba to? So send request. Ayan. So yeah, gumagana na siya. Woohoo! Yay! Diyos ko Lord. Thank you, Gabriel. You're also an awesome person by just being here and being with me the whole time. This is my eldest daughter, si Iya. Maya maglalaro kami ng Pal World. Pal World kami after this. Anyway, yeah, so I think
First.
late I'll
I'm gonna start over again.
go back here. Uh, let's just dami nating ginawa. This is a bad move, but I'll do this just because something na sa feet, um adding a crude for to do git add all git commit m tapos git push. So now it's in the repository. You can check it out. You can see what are the things that I have added. It's a bad practice that I did, but hopefully on the video that I'll be creating na mas more concise yung steps, mas mas okay siya. Mas concise yung steps dapat sana. So we'll answer from questions in the community. So first things first. My free time po. No school because of the holiday and streaming while working. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Thank you, Gabriel. Nice seeing you, and next week kung nandito ka ulit, kita-kits. Okay, so again, concerns, security. What are the things na we can add? Mamaya muna yung security. Yung cross-browser compatibility, there are things to do that. You can always check the window global. So it's like this. If kunyari window that, let's say yung it has that, let's say, tingnan natin tayo ng isang example. Let's say we're looking at service worker or service worker API. We want to check about if service worker is available. We can do this. So this checks if service worker is available in, wait lang. Yeah, So this checks if Service Worker is available in your browser. So to be able to check yung cross browser compatibility ninyo, just try to go, let's say, to a you can actually check if that property is available in window or in navigator or whatever it is, kung saan nandun siya. You can check it out, let's say, in MDN. So let's go dun sa browser. You can check out sa MDN, let's say for cache browser compatibility on MDN. If that is available, you can see it here, or you can also use Can I Use, which is a website. Like, let's say Flexbox. You can see if Flexbox is available. If these are yung current, yung isang diretsong to. So, usually, if you see it like yung full green, that means it's working. Now, if you are asking, hello Adoran, and hello Lester Cab. Good day, sir. Nice to see a Pinoy dev here in Twitch. If you were to relearn everything again, what would you have done differently? What would I have done differently? That's a good question. To be honest, I would have focused more on the fundamentals again. Maybe because that way I'm more able to switch from framework to framework. So like kunwari, when I started web development kasi I started with Perl. So napakatanda ko na. Medyo matanda na ako. That's not good to hear. If in essence, tawag mo dyan, Pearl, how old are you now? I'm currently turning 38. Tama, no? Kasi yung asawa ko. Yeah, 38. So that's not that old. I feel old. So that's the thing. My body is not what's used to. Do you know jQuery? Yes. Jake. But so ito yung so Perl yung back-end ko, and then switch to PHP kasi bago din yung teacher. And then so they just released a new version. Oh, nice. So still, at least it's still being updated yung jQuery. Actually, if you look into it, if you're going to just really use, you don't really need, this might be, I don't know if this is controversial. I don't want to be canceled this early, but I'm not really into frameworks. I'm not really into frameworks na I know, I understand yung ability to manage particular things. I also know that it might speed up development. But the problem with teaching frameworks is it locks parang yun yung unang ituturo mo agad. It locks people from using that particular framework lang. Now, sabihin nyo, bakit Fastify yung inuna mo? Bakit meron bang other framework um, tawag mo dyan, in terms of meron bang something or vanilla sa Node.js. So, currently, ang tinuturo ko is Node.js, diba? If you look at Fastify and Express.js and other, like, similar back-end frameworks, they use the same principle of app.routing. So, ngayon, kaya ko inintroduce yung convention of Open API kasi it's an open standard. So, instead of like, although, yun nga lang, to set it up dun sa framework na gamit ko, which is Fastify, I need to set it up properly. And then, tsaka ko siya ituturo na, okay, ganito mag-design ng API instead of like, based lang dun sa Fastify or sa Express. Yeah, so, agree with you all na, before PHP and, PHP yung aking natutunan kong mag-session cookies before Cake days. Cake and so yeah, more controller style is Nest.js. Agree with that. So yes, session days. Yes. Yeah, yung session cookies, tas i-check mo kung nandun yung session. At that time, we don't know na I haven't known or yung kumbaga gumamit ng Redis. And so, nung nagkaroon ako ng instance na may load balancer, tas dalawa yung running servers na PHP, napansin namin na di-disconnect yung mga tao kapag bigla silang nalipat sa kabila, only to find out it's because of the session is in memory. And I was like, hi, Sean from USA, Miami, Florida. Hello there. I hope you don't mind me speaking in Filipino every now and then. Yeah, so Filipino or Taglish just in case. So Sean from Florida is in YouTube. I'm doing web development streaming right now, but I'm nearly at the end of my stream. I'm just answering questions and speaking with chat right now. And so yes, thanks for that. So going back to the my history. I started with Perl, PHP, and then jQuery, and then Angular. When I discovered Angular, that's when I also discovered Node.js. So right now I'm using Sean, correct? I spoke your name correctly. Anyway, I'm using right now Fastify as the framework for backend, and I'm using the convention Open API, so which allows me to create this quick documentation of my API. Yeah. Oh, that's a good question. Is coding big money today? That is something that's still I mean, you can earn, but I'm not really sure if it's really big money. I'm not also familiar with how much one can earn from in United States. Here in the Philippines, you can earn like average to big if you work for a good company, but um, farther away from the center of Manila, you you might need to find a good company to earn a lot. Oh, I see. Here in US, big money is $100,000 USD or more per year. Okay. So, yeah, I guess, but I'm not really sure what companies would sort of. So, the last time I have gone to the US was pre-pandemic, 2019, and I just go there for like conventions, so a week or less. So I haven't really sort of checked, but I've known people who have earned a lot um, when they are already in the position of like mid or senior, as senior software engineer. Um, so at least for web development, that should be enough. Um, uh, uh, okay, so Adoran, anong tubig? Sorry, nawala ako. I'd say it's decent money depending on what part of the world you're from. Yes, I agree. Swagger, yes. I'm using OpenAPI. Swagger was the one who introduced OpenAPI and then it became a convention. Shan, can you explain when the work is just coder or stack engineer? Um, for me, I don't really see any difference. Someone who codes is a coder, I guess, but stack engineer would have a particular stack that they are familiar with. Like, let's say, like, let's say you have your PHP on the back end, Angular on the front end, so that's a particular stack. But again, this is me coming from a mindset of also being a manager. So I work in a startup here in the Philippines. From the lens of a manager or lens of someone who wants to have projects being done, I don't see any difference as long as someone can make the job or finish a job and produces the stuff that we need. Yeah. Adrian asks, do you prefer managing or do you prefer developing? I prefer developing. I don't want to manage people. I work well with computers than with I work well with computers than with people. Thanks, Sean, for commenting about my English. I always see job that pay big is head stack engineer or senior stack developer. Yes, because in essence, it still manages I think for someone in that position, being a senior or head would either have bigger responsibilities in terms of handling a lot of projects or designing big systems, and then delegating it to people who would just and I say this without any bad like connotation, but grunt work. So like if a developer would produce the code that they have been trained to do. um, they don't need to design it. They don't need to like think about what's the infrastructure behind it. So the head stack engineer or senior stack developer will be the one designing or doing the big decision making, and then the developers will be the file and rack developers will be the one developing it, in a sense. Yes, Doran, I really don't like managing people. It's something that I mean, I can manage. I can talk to people. I can sort of um, coach people. I I've been trained to coach people. I went to a coaching class, but yeah. So Sean asks, do you think fintech and blockchain engineers very great opportunity for future coders and software professionals? Fintech is one. I mean, there's money in fintech. Blockchain. I have a bias against blockchain. Not because of it being like controversial, but it's just that um I haven't seen any, like, at least for me, I haven't seen any um real use case of the use of blockchain, except for the usage in, how they say this, um without being too controversial, um being used in, okay, my mind went blank. Anyway, so in a sense, I haven't seen any good use case yet for blockchain, but there's still a lot of like money going around these two, fintech and blockchain. So right now, it's like, I can't say it's a gold rush, but just because fintech has become more stabilized in a sense, at least for me. There's no gold rush as of the moment. Blockchain has become like, um, it went down because of a lot of like the controversies around crypto exchanges and all. For me, I wouldn't want to go to blockchain, at least just for me. I'm not really into that technology, nor I would want to understand it for the moment. um I'm happy with web development and cloud architecture and systems management. So, what is the most popular products that your everyday coding expert is creating for most companies? Oh, I I don't know what you mean by this. What is the most popular products other than websites? Ah, okay, products that people are creating, mobile apps. Mobile apps is something that a lot of people, um usually, if you're creating mobile apps, you, people would be using, if they are targeting only, let's say, one, like, let's say, iOS apps, then they would just go for C sharp as the language. But if they are targeting like both Android and iOS, then yeah, they would go for, let's say, React Native or Flutter. For us in the startup, we are looking at Flutter. If we have like, if yeah, yes, like Spotify. Let me just go back to the code.
I can spider.
Oh, it turned off. Ah,
You're not a boy. You're not a boy. Okay, no. Shy, you're the spider.
I don't know if you have seen some of the. If you look at my. Yep, like Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, they have a lot of mobile apps. Why do you think apps like. Hi, Mark J. Thanks for dropping in Twitch. Why do you think apps like WhatsApp and WeChat became so big and others do not? I don't know, man. I'm not into speculating or like checking all of these things. But I would say it's maybe for me it's either there's a lot of cash flow going in either from VCs or from the market. That's all I know. Well, actually, it's um, for me, it's money. Yeah, yeah, money in terms of like the market. Though, if the market wants it, people will. Or amazing coding and friendly user interface, maybe. I mean, friendly user interface, amazing coding. I'm not sure. I don't know how it looks like behind, like, let's say, so for us here in the Philippines, we have Lazada, we have Grab instead of Uber or Lyft. But I don't know how it works in the back end, or I don't know how the coding um, management or the repository of those things. I'm not really sure about friendly user interfaces. Like, it's still hard to find a particular item. But, yeah. It's just that if people are using the application more and more, you have a market and you are not burning up cash, then, I mean, you have profits, then yes. That's supposed to be something that a startup should strive for, but I don't know. I've been in startups where the exit strategy is to be bought by another. So do you think AI is helping coders or hurting them? I'm not sure about the others, but it helps me. That's my take on this. AI is helping me making things faster. Mark J, changing jobs soon? That's nice. Moving from a big corporate to a startup. Oh, this is going to be fun. I'm going to say, if you're looking for um, if you're looking for stability, don't go for a startup. If you're looking for like experiencing a lot of things and you can take on more responsibilities but having lots of learning, looking for a challenge, yes, go for a startup. Yes. How big of a team would you need to create an app like Uber? For coders, if at least for the minimum viable product of Uber, you can just have like one 10x developer, 10x developer, or two developers, as long as that at least one of them has the knowledge of the system's architecture, like like the DevOps part. One developer doing the UX UI and one doing the back end and the DevOps would be fine already. Yeah, 1 to 2 designers plus one UX designer. Yeah, I'm saying it as minimum viable product for coders, but you need to have a lot more, like someone who would be selling it. So maybe that's 3 or 4. 2 developers, 1 selling or marketing the idea to sellers, and so on and so forth. Na the hundreds would be coming from if you have a large user base already. I'm not saying I'm looking at it as a startup. Like if you're going to like so why did you choose web dev? Because that's where I started from. And I don't know how to get out. What's the Philippines version of Uber? Is it Grab? Yes, it is. Well, if you're looking at it as Uber only as like a car, then yes, it's Grab. But if Grabe. Grabe. Grab. But if you're looking at it as like a ride, not really a ride sharing app, but where you can go to places, there's also what's that again? Yung kulay blue na ano. Forgot already. Yes, I am trapped. I am trapped in this job. Angkas, yes, Angkas. Do you think Jeepney is competitor to Uber? No. Jeepney. You cannot go from where to where in jeepneys. Is it really true that can live anywhere in the world with your experience and career as a coder? If I'm going to be pedantic on that question, it's not true. You cannot live anywhere without internet. But as long as there's an internet, you can have a career as a coder. If the company that you will work for has the ability to like have work from home or work from anywhere. I do know Firefox or Mozilla has that kind of rule where you can work from anywhere. Yes. Yes, of course. Yeah. Yes, I am trapped if there's no internet. Actually, there are times where I would it's like a drug where yeah, it becomes there's no internet, I cannot live without internet. Thanks, Lester, for gifting a sub to the community. Just use Piso Wi-Fi. Thanks for the sub. Actually, you don't need to like gift a sub, but thank you nonetheless. If you are hearing my kids laughing at the background, I apologize. They are like rowdy every day. So many job counselors saying coding is one of the best freedom jobs to work from beach pool while you code. Yeah, but why? For me, why would you work in front of the beach or a pool when you can just swim? I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I've done also that kind of times. I mean, I had an experience before where what happened? My family and I went to some resort here in the Philippines. So it's just a resort for us. It's a beach. And then beach resort. And then once I arrived, my because I didn't file for a leave, I had to work. So there's a meeting, The meeting is with a potential client of ours, and I I used my laptop, and there is no internet, so I used mobile network, and tada, I'm working somewhere not in my home, so work from anywhere. It's a good thing that the mobile network was stable. I don't think so. Adoran says, I don't think I can work when the sun is on me. Yes, we have yeah, I don't think I can work when the sun is on me as well. When working as a coder, Sean said, when working as a coder, are you managed more by the deadlines to complete the job or quality of the apps? Um, um, for me, because of my personality as of the moment, um, so I have checked this with a doctor, and we're still managing all of the issues within me. But yes, I am more workable with when there are deadlines, to be able to complete the job. The quality is the same with or without the deadlines, but I work better as of the moment with deadlines. The problem with me as of the moment is that um, I get uh, burnt out more easily if that's always the case. Lester Cab, so you're a pro. Yes, I'm a procrastinator. So my doctor therapist has sort of um, said this about me, about like I work best when there's like deadlines. What's your average workload per week? Example, how many websites can you code and create weekly? So let's just say I'm not being burnt out. Could I could no, so I'm not really like into websites anymore, so I'm usually for backends. I could churn out 3 to 5 backends backend servers a week, if I'm not burnt out. But usually, because of this, like um let's say superpower or something that sort of call it, if I do it 2 days or 3 days, I would be burnt out the third or fourth. So I'm not really able to like really. I have to rest. But before I could do that, pre-pandemic, sure, yeah. Right now I'm much faster because I have already templates. So the templates in my work, I create templates every now and then from there I just reuse them. So that's the reason why I can churn out a lot more backends in a short amount of time. Uh, the problem, Sean, is all of them are under NDAs. That's a problem. So I cannot share something with you as of the moment that I personally created. But yeah, I could send to you this thing that I'm creating right now for the community. This is something that I'm still sort of like doing a lot. I So if you are interested, like looking into it, you can see how my mind works by looking at the code. If you I'm also playing a game. Yes, templates. I, I cannot live without my templates. What project development methodology do you usually use, if any at all? Okay, let me ask this way. Are you able to create a website like Amazon by yourself? Um, if just by myself, an Amazon kind of website, and if I'm going to use Flutter Flow and deploying it on a back end in Google Cloud, then possibly in if I don't have any other work, then possibly I could work through it in 4 to 5 months with a administrative back end. I mean, like 4 to 5 months, or even, yeah, with an admin panel where you can add like inventory. But if like there are someone who is going to do shops, register as a seller, yeah, similar. So that's an estimate, but I don't know. I mean, in my head, I know what to do, but yes, that is impressive. Thanks. And what is your specialty or type of site? What do you? I enjoy creating something new. That's the thing. If it's something that is already routine, it's something that like, yeah, stock trading site, e-commerce, Netflix, GoDaddy. Right now, creating websites is not really new for me. That's why I'm not really new in terms of like, yeah, I've already do something before. But if I'm going to like create something with using a technology in mind, so I'm more into prototype making rather than like creating big or like a product website. So usually in my startup, I'm the researcher guy. I do the That's why I get more into templates, because I create the templates for others to use, and then so the others can be able to deploy things faster. So yeah, what project development methodology do you usually use, if any at all? Project development methodology, I could say it should be agile, but yeah, it's when your client has a fixed budget, the project development methodology would always default as a waterfall. I'm not saying that agile should always be good. All I can say is that for me, more of project development methodology is what's the most pressing concern as of the moment. Kind of project development methodology, or deadlines na. Can you tell me what is the most difficult and expensive websites? Would YouTube type of website? Yes, YouTube type of website will be very costly. Not in terms of the development, but in terms of the operational costs, because of a lot of bandwidth and servers that you would have to maintain. Like, are you agile? Do you use no, we don't follow a strict Scrum framework here in our startup. We follow agile, but not necessarily, because again, we have fixed budgets, we have fixed features, so it's not really like new features every 2 weeks. um, we um, so all of the features are already thought of before the project starts. Shape Up. Okay, that's a good resource. Yeah, I'll try to check that out. So the thing is, we're also, because of budget concerns, we are not really. I don't know what you put there, Adoran. Sorry if it's supposed to be a word that Twitch just censored. But yeah, I'm so sorry. I haven't really set the Twitch correctly or perfectly. Yeah, I apologize. Can you tell me what's the most difficult? No. Why does it always seem that a desktop website looks great, but then they try to convert? Yeah, the reason for this, when they convert it to a mobile website, is because they design desktop first rather than mobile first. So usually in user experience, there's a mobile first design. If you do a mobile first design, you always have to think about what's the essential things that you need to design first, and then once you have more screen space, then you just add more features in the screen that makes it more usable when you are in a desktop. So okay, so maybe the links are not being linked here as of the moment, but I'm going to check up the shape up methodology from that link. Um, so or yeah, I'll check that out on later. But thanks for the reference, Adoran. Should there be one team for the desktop website and another team? No, usually the UX designer should be the one designing mobile first, and then also the desktop. So yeah. Yes, thank you very much, Sean, for the vote of confidence. So thank you. Um okay, so I guess this is it for me. Another fruitful Saturday weekend, at least. Next week, we'll connect this back end to our database. Oh, things are these are things I need to know. I want to make a real estate site. Can we work together? Maybe I have a startup. Um, Currently I have work. So I do understand you might be looking for a partner for your startup. But I apologize if I have to say no for now, because I have a lot of things to do as well over the week. And yeah, I want, but you can still drop by. There are people who might be interested in the chat. Thanks, Adoran. Ingat ka din. You take care of yourself. Actually, again, going back, this is going for, what's this? We will connect this to the back end so that you'll be able to see how I would think when it comes to like designing the back end for this one. Okay, so let's raid someone. Who can we raid? Raid a channel. Oh, foldable human. He's playing World of Warcraft. So let's start the raid. Yes, my kids are like having fun. So again, um, oh, how many years? Actually, I'm 14 years. But anyway, 14 years I forgot. Anyway, see you Sean next week, and I'll be finishing my stream as of the moment because it's already 2.5 hours. You drop by next week, we'll talk again. See ya. Bye.